Hi, everyone, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. I'm Marcello, and with me is Nino, a Pro FX trader. Hi, Nino. How are you?
What's up, Marcello? How are you today?
I'm doing great. Today is May 8th, 2014, guys, and we're going to do today what we have done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our biases, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern Time close of our daily bars and our 4-hour bars. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me give you our formula for success. Number one, at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we determine what the market bias is. That is the probability that price will either go up or down on a currency pair. If we believe price is going to go up on a pair, we call it a buy bias. If we think it's going to go down, we call it a sell bias. And if we believe that the market's in a ranging pattern, we call that a consolidation bias. So that means that we're buying at the highs and selling at the lows. Okay, and that's basically what we are looking at here. So, Nino, how was your session last night?
Session was okay, but like we were discussing earlier, the market finally gave us a sell-off on the euro that we wanted, but didn't give it to us exactly how we wanted it. So it was kind of you can say a surprise. But we did know came out of an announcement. Most of our news from the market today came from announcement, but everything basically moved back into consolidation.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, there's been a lot of abnormal movement in the market. It's not very clear. We've got ambiguous, very nebulous signals in the market. So that's what we've got to wait and see what's going to happen. And that's basically what I'm going to tell you guys. But there are two ways for us to execute our trades based upon our biases. Number one, we can take a set and forget it trade. That means that we determine the entry, the stop loss, and the take profit the night before. And we just execute it until the next day when we take the trade off. We manage that trade. Or we can day trade in the direction of our bias using our pods, our points of decision for bigger profits. If you don't know what a pod is, go to tribeforex.com where we have a free live trading course there for you that you're free to be able to go through. And also Nino, which I just mentioned here, is doing a day trading room on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern Time, and then again from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Time, where he is answering whatever questions you have, and you get to see him really go through this market in great markets and in tough markets as well. You can see him manage risk in a tough market and really let it fly and do well in the good markets as well. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the charts, guys. I got to be honest with you, I don't have a tremendous amount to say here. Really, we hit the peak here. We broke the high from 139.65 to 139.92, hit the top of this Bollinger Band and came right down off the Bollinger Band, right down to the lows that we've seen here, actually closing at 138.38. So it's not a tremendous amount of range, about 60 pips from the high to the close here, but it sure was a lot more range than we had been accustomed to seeing. What's interesting is actually, what am I talking about? It's a 160 pip total range here, okay? And we ended up closing at 138.38, and that puts us really at actually very, very good numbers here as far as the overall ranges. But we have not seen those kind of numbers, and that's what I'm getting back to. There hasn't been a tremendous amount of movement in the market, so anything that we see is going to seem spectacular. And what we did have is a very sizable sell right off of the highs here for the euro dollar as we approach 140.100. So where's price going to go from here? Honestly, we don't know. We think that we can get a sell and a retracement here. And if I were to do that, consider that there will be a retracement from this double low that we had here. Then we could see a retracement down to 137. What looks like 137.00, or a retracement down to 135. That's quite a bit of distance here. So looking back 2013, this is actually an uptrend that has held for the last year almost, or over a year now. So if we had a retracement, that retracement would take us down to the lower Bollinger here, right about the 13500 area. So that's something to think about. If we could get to see price down there, that's where our retracement is at the moment. Do we see price coming down there? I see areas of support here. I see an area of support right here at 137.50. I see another area of support here at 13500. Okay, on the euro dollar. Where do I see it going from here? Really, we're in consolidation, as Nino will tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. And so I do think that there is some sell. There's an opportunity for a sell, and there's some space for a sell, if you will. So I think that we could see a sell-off here. We can see some more of a sell here down to at least this trend line. I think there's room for it. There's also an opportunity that we could be in consolidation. It's really nebulous, guys, so I don't have a tremendous amount to say here until we do see some price action that is indicative of a buy market or of a sell market, or buy bias, sell bias, or consolidation. I really got nothing to say for you here. We are at, I think we can see price push down a little bit more and get to these areas of support, mid Bollinger and trend line. That's all I can say about that. Now, looking at the dollar Swiss, looking on the daily here, we had a big buy bar here, and basically the same thing. We're not outside of any range at all. I see price moving back up to the 50 EMA, most likely, which almost intersects with the previous areas of support that are now resistance. So we may see price get up to 88.30 or in that range. Okay. Pound dollar, I think it's going to come down and maybe test this 168.50 area. That's probably a good call. Look for that. Dollar yen also in consolidation. 1, 2, 3 bars in consolidation. Really bouncing off this area, this trend line here. We'll see if it holds or not. Pound yen. Really holding on that trend line. Also in consolidation, back and forth. So we got a consolidation bias there. Look for the lows to buy at here. Dollar yen actually is making a sizable retracement, which is good, I think, for the dollar CAD. Sorry, the dollar CAD, not the dollar yen. Dollar CAD. So we're at 23.6. We could see it push down a little bit more to the 50 EMA or down to 1.0576. So that's what we see on the dollar CAD weekly. And on the daily, looks the very same. Euro yen just had a breakout to the downside. Nicely done. Okay. So this is actually a breakout on the euro yen to the downside, which does actually bode well for a euro dollar continuation to the downside, a sell. So nice breakout there from the apex of the euro yen. Looks like it wants to continue down. So we may have price retrace, get back to 141.60, and then really begin to fall. That's what it looks like here on this euro yen. New Zealand had a sell day, but not such a big sell day as you would expect. If tomorrow closes the way that it has, then this trend line will have held, and it will look like the New Zealand dollar wants to continue downward. So we're going to look for a sell bias on the New Zealand dollar if it closes here where we are. And the Aussie dollar weekly, it hasn't passed and broken through this trend line. So we could see actually a sell on the Aussie dollar as well. I mean, a sell is looking more optimistic as we go forward, just because of the areas of resistance have been holding, and they put us right back in a pennant. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Not an awful lot to talk to you about here, guys. I think that there will be a continuation, buy on the euro, on the dollar Swiss, sell on the euro dollar, sell on the pound dollar. Dollar yen's holding in consolidation, pound yen consolidation as well. So that's a buy there. Euro yen is definitely in sell mode, if you will. New Zealand dollar looks like a sell right now. Aussie dollar looks like it's probably going to sell today, just because at the top of that range and it's just kind of hanging out. So it may push up a little bit and then head downward on the Aussie dollar. And that's pretty much all I've got for today, guys. And so happy trading this Friday. We'll be back on Monday for another edition of the Tribe Forex Power Hour. I'm sorry, Nino, did you have anything to add to that, or that's usually you and I are usually on the same wavelength?
Nah, don't really have anything to add. Only thing I want to say is you've been doing a great job with these biases, and that's been saving a lot of our accounts based upon giving us the direction of where the market is heading every week. We didn't have these biases with this market consolidating the way it has been. You can just imagine how our accounts would look without these day-to-day biases. So thank you for the continued biases. And like you said, tomorrow I wish everybody happy trading. And hopefully next week that this market is not so much in the deadlock, that we can start seeing some trends and really see the market start to pick up.
Yeah, agreed, Nino. And thank you very much for the acknowledgement. Definitely appreciate it, especially from someone with your talent, with your career and on your level. So thank you very much for that, guys. We will see you next week, Monday, for another edition of the Tribe Forex Power Hour. All the best. Bye-bye.